The Redmi K80 Pro is here and it brings Snapdragon 8 Elite firepower that is backed up by several Qualcomm chips. And the best thing is that this phone starts at 3,700 Chinese yuan. This converts to $510/Euro 485/Indian rupee 43,200, which is quite cheap for one of the best chips currently on the market. The price mentioned above is for the base 12/256GB model. Additional options include 12/512GB, 16/512GB, and a top-of-the-line model with 16 GB of RAM and 1 TB storage. That last one is also the basis for a Lamborghini-inspired special edition, but more on that in a bit. The Snapdragon 8 Elite is powerful but can run hot, so Xiaomi designed a novel 3D dual-loop vapor chamber that promises to reduce temperatures by up to 3 degrees Celsius. Additionally, Xiaomi's D1 chip handles super resolution, frame generation, and even Super HDR for games, so it can boost frame rate on heavy games or help reduce the load on the Snapdragon and thus use less power. For long gaming sessions, or just long days out, Xiaomi increased the battery capacity to 6,000 mAh, that's 20% more than the K70 Pro battery, 5,000 mAh. The battery is rated for 1,600 charge cycles, which are handled by the Surge P3 chip, charging, and the G1, battery management. Wired charging goes up to 120W and is done in 28 minutes. There is also fast wireless charging at 50W. Even with that, the Redmi K80 Pro is effectively the same size and weight as the K70 Pro. At 8.4mm thick and 212G, it's 0.2 of a millimeter thicker and 3G heavier than its predecessor. Another upgrade over the old model is that this one is rated IP68 for dust and water resistance. The K70 Pro had no official rating, only the K70 Ultra did. The 6.67-inch 120Hz OLED display uses new materials and is 8% more efficient. It has QHD+ resolution and 12-bit colors with HDR10+, Dolby Vision and HDR Vivid support. The peak brightness is 3,200 nits and is controlled by DC dimming. The display is protected by Xiaomi's own Dragon Crystal 2.0 glass. Under the display are an ultrasonic fingerprint reader and a 20MP selfie camera. On the back, we find a trio of cameras. The main module has a 50MP OmniVision OVX 8000 sensor, 1/1.55 and a bright f/1.6 lens with OIS. It can record 8K video at 24 frames per second and 4K and 1080p at up to 60 frames per second. Joining it is a 32MP ultra-wide camera with a 15mm per 120 degrees lens. The third module has a 60mm telephoto lens, that's 2.5x zoom, with a 50MP Samsung JN5 sensor and an option for 5x with in-sensor zoom. This module has an f/2.0 lens with OIS. The K80 Pro has impressive connectivity. There's 5G, of course, as well as Wi-Fi 7, 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz, plus Bluetooth 6.0. Bluetooth 6.0 was only finalized this August. Another custom chip, the T1S, helps by boosting 5G, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth signals. We mentioned a special edition of the Redmi K80 Pro, and here it is, the Automobili Lamborghini Squadra Corse. It comes in 2 color options, and the retail package includes a Lamborghini-branded case. Even the 120W charger has a Raging Bull. The regular K80 Pro has a plain white 120W adapter. This special edition is the 16GB per 1 TB configuration and costs 5,000 Chinese yuan, $690/Euro 655/Indian rupee 5,500. That's only a bit more than the regular 16GB per 1 TB model. Here are the Redmi K80 Pro prices. The 12/256GB one is 3,700 Chinese yuan. The 12/512GB is 4,000 Chinese yuan. The 16/512GB is 4,300 Chinese yuan, and the 16GB per 1 TB model is 4,800 Chinese yuan. The K80 Pro is available in China now. You can find it on Xiaomi's online site.